team like Blue Martini are showing you can be utterly dominant at the top of a league if you can kind of control those impulses and work strongly as a team. We get a Darcy ban to kick off the draft between GMB and Blue Martini.
I think the difference between those two outcomes you were talking about is almost entirely shot calling. If you have a strong team captain keeping the team in line, there is absolutely no chance that anyone does a panic overextension because you have a team captain saying, we're not going for this abyssal. If you don't have that clear chain of command, that clear shot calling, it's so much more difficult for your teammates and allies to know what they have to do, and maybe panicking does happen. Yeah,
and a captain, aka also known as the in-game leader, or IGL, is probably one of the most important players on the roster because, like you said, he or she helps keep the team focused. They make the right calls, they're calm, they're thinking through what they need to do next, setting the goal for the team, and making sure that they're making the right decisions. Because that's what matters in the end, is the decisions that the teams make. And here's a decision. They're gonna let potentially Richter or Varus go through here. And an Elsu will be available.
Richter will go through. That means Elsu is up. That's a pretty good draft potential for GMB, but they're stepping past the Elsu as well.
They're like, we want Richter.
Raw plays a good Elsu.
Oh, it's happened. Okay, I thought we were getting teased and then in comes Elsu.
Raw plays a really good Elsu. That is bizarre to me.
Yeah, the fact that they were, I feel like Elsu is a bigger priority than the Richter here. And then Teamy being picked up by Beginnings. Haven't seen him play Teamy that often lately. So I wonder what comp they're trying to round out their composition with.
Be an Annette coming through an answer, presumably over on Triumph to play support. That lines up our support battle if it did come through eventually. As Teamy versus Annette, there are other support options available. I particularly like Beginnings over on the Teamy though, because it fits his very, very team role-oriented play perfectly.
Lindis is in, and Tulin considered to come in as well.
Yeah, Tulin here, a very strong mid laner. They want to win the early game. Richter, Lindis, also very strong in the early game. So I do like what GMB has drafted. It fits the playstyle of Triumph really well. They're probably going to look for an Annette or a Baldum next. And Rourke being picked up here is very interesting from Blue Martini Gaming here.
Do you want this Wukong to go in? I mean, we didn't enjoy it when we saw it earlier, but can Blue Martini show us how it's done?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Lindis did get locked in for GMB. I'd like to touch on that because I do really think Lindis is the best jungle in the game, and it is in particular the best jungle in the game against Zane. Because Zane is nuts on the character, so you need to take it away. If you want to completely shut down Zane, you also get rid of a Quillen.
Yeah, and that's going to be a very solid setup, and I do like the Baldum ban. Like I said, Baldum would really work well into the early game composition that GMB has drafted. So now I think if I were GMB, I want to probably eliminate potential mages that my opponent can play really well, or assassins that can work really well into the Lindis.
They don't ban Quillen. I feel like there's a pretty obvious answer.
Yeah, I know.
Because Zane plays such a good Quillen. Oh, and they're getting rid of Quillen counters.
They are getting rid of the Quillen counters. So, does GMB catch on to that? Do they know that they want to run this Quillen here?
This is actually an excellent example right now of whether they've done their homework and realize who they're playing, right? If Quillen gets banned out here, they are alert to what Blue Martini can do and considering things during this draft.
So they do ban out a Assassin Dive. It is not the Assassin Dive I would have been worried about.
Yeah, Zoo is a little interesting. That's why I was a little surprised.
Yeah, that was a loud surprise.
It was a very loud surprise because I'm scared. I'm terrified.
That was a scared noise?
Terrified of Zane's Quillen. Terrified.
Yeah. I mean,
do they put him in now? Is it that important that they need to lock him in now, or do they think, well, we're going to let this through and grab him later?
And Zane can run other things as well. But they'll go for it first. Man, I'm so happy that we were like, they're going to run Zane Quillen. And then, is this what you feel like all the time?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Superman and Ibeneth.
Superman Ibeneth maybe answers to the Quillen. Maybe that was why they were so quick on that, because they think that the stun potential those two characters have will keep their Lindis safe and protect the Quillen from focus, or rather be able to disrupt the Quillen focus. The flash would be an answer to that, though, as it's able to get past all of it. Same for a Marja.
Yeah,
so have
they
we been
play
double bluffed here? Did
No.
they know Quillen was going to get in and they had a plan to undo that all along?
Maybe. It depends how well the Bennett is played. I think it is possible.
Yeah, they don't really have a hard counter Quillen. I mean, Aurum would be the hard counter. A really good Omen that can land the Death's Embrace every time he comes in would be a pretty good counter.
BMGaming removed both those potential picks, though. Really good drafting from them.
Malik is probably going to be Marja here because they're going to side lane the Marja and then mid lane the Elsu because we saw how good KZ Fox has been on that Elsu. So Malik would be interesting.
In side lane now.
They do, you're right. But
and he can absolutely tear up, but no, it will be the Malik going through. I could really see an argument for giving Huna Marja, just because that is so similar to the mid lane characters he dominated on for so long. But I'm sure he'll do well enough on the Malik as well. Or there are shuffles happening.
Yeah, the shuffles are happening, and Malik is going to be played mid game.
Jungle Elsu.
Yeah, and then Jungle Elsu looks
Side lane Quillen.
Okay, I think they're just throwing things up in the air here to basically, you know, confuse their opponents because they don't want to show any draft tricks.
Jungle Quillen?
No, they're swapping players around just for the sake of confusing us. It ends normal.
It's working, isn't it? It's good.
Yeah, no, I'm confused. Side lane Elsu. Mid lane will, I guess,
they have no magic damage.
Quillen in the jungle.
Malik, yeah.
Yeah, there's no mage on their team.
There is no mage on their team.
KZ Fox is their mid as a Malik. That's going to give them the potential to give that mid farm over to the Quillen, which is a strat we saw in LATAM earlier today. So it may just be another iteration of that. You run the Malik in mid, he doesn't lose mid, and he gets a decent amount of farm, but he also doesn't need a lot of farm. And you put the Quillen in that lane whenever the wave gets close. He gets wave and jungle. He gets a little bit beefy.
Scary thought. Well played.
It's like the keto diet. You give him a whole bunch of fats, and instead of getting fat, he gets really, really buff.
The last time you started talking about a keto diet and plans like that, we lost a game to a server lag.
Should I? Okay. Avoid dieting advice.
Yes, and 16-step plans and all those kind of things. Don't go breaking the game. All right, so Blue Martini against GMB, one of those rare, really tasty matchups on and off the field. Let's see who's got it. We know Blue Martini are #1 in NA. GMB would like to show it should always have been them.
Ooh, who is playing at mid Elsu here, TJ?
Yeah, which I guess just shows we don't understand video games.
Yeah, we definitely don't understand video games. And where's Mr. KZ Fox at? He's going to be on the Malik Dragon lane here. Can KZ Fox really show up on the side lane?
We'll see. He's not in the best matchup. The mobility of the Richter is going to make it very difficult for him to win. But Malik's really hard as a melee character to take out just because of that cleave and the lifesteal, the shielding.
Yeah, ooh.
So that'll be a relatively even matchup. In mid, Tulin into Elsu. Goes all right if you can bait the Elsu out from underneath the mid tower. Beginnings is also going to be there alongside Hoon, farming him up with that passive.
Yeah, I do like the Lindis on basic though. He had such a good Lindis in Season 2, so I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. And the Teamy, TJ, has the Water Stone. That's something we talked about earlier in the previous game in another region.
Means the gold is going to flow forth into Hoon's bank account like water.
Yeah, but the key is he has to rotate jungle and lane consistently here. Ooh.
Zane grabs Rod mid.
Yeah, what a play there. The duo, Zane and Hoon, they get some shots down, and he's able to dive on to Raw and secure the kill. Even him using the flicker wasn't enough.
Too fast for our observer to even catch it.
Yeah.
Zooming across the map for an instant kill.
Yeah, the big thing here for beginning is how fast he's rotating. Oh, wait, before we say that,
KZ Fox will be in trouble. He'll be able to get out behind.
Oh, no.
Basics called out now. He's gone again. You don't give Zane Quillen.
Yeah, and beginning with such a good Pooty Poots there, landing it, stunning basic in place, and then Quillen just rushing in and doing what Quillen does best, assassinate.
I don't think it's assassination if they know you're coming.
Well, you're still getting assassinated.
Fair enough. Really effective play coming out from Zane, and that's what I was worried about. Watch Zane's farm. He's already level 5. I guarantee you he will be full build level 10 or level 15 rather, much quicker than you expect.
Yeah, he's wow.
Beginnings! He stole that! That is just rude. KO keeps diving in. He'll land the Death Embrace, just trying to disengage now, but TH won't let him. Giving the first kill of GMB over to them. Beginnings is caught out as well. He'll spend the Resurrect as an option. I don't know if they timed that right. He'll be back. Now the push comes forward. Zayn dives in on Raw. KZ Fox eats the snipe. And in the meantime, Beginnings has been flanking, trying to get deep into basic. And Zayn will collect the kill. Triumph does find a response alongside TH. They're trying to turn it round, but they can't get the important picks. Instead, BMGaming just keeps getting more and more blood.
Okay, Zayn. Chill out a little bit here on this Quillen. That was amazing how he was positioning, running around with that speed buff, and just getting all the kills and getting those resets and then getting more kills.
I call this insanity.
Oh, okay, I see
and
what you did
welcome
there.
to it, because it's terrifying.
It is indeed terrifying. KZ Fox did have a good shock ultimate as well. KO kind of got left to die there by his team. No one really helped him. He dropped the Death Embrace, got collapsed on 4 versus 1.
I think
Hoon missing some of his snipes. So
to be honest though, I feel like that was KO's problem to solve. He kind of created that problem, dived 1v4, laid out a Death's Embrace, and then was like, wait, I haven't thought this through.
Yeah, but they saved KZ Fox in the Dragon Lane though. They rotate to save him, but they didn't rotate to save KO. Poor Omen. I don't think they like Omen.
I think KZ Fox probably just brought bagels. Hoon will have a little bit of poke in. This time it gets dangerous, particularly as Triumph drops in Nature's Realm, but he'll be a shock in. KZ Fox with the full commit. Abyssal Dragon over to BMGaming. Marcus diving in as well, but they're losing the fight. Zayn did arrive, turning the tables, dropping basic real quick, but everything else has gone awry. Blue Martini have to fall back well behind their towers.
Yeah, that was such a good job by GMB there, and KO is going to go ahead and take the tower by himself because there's no one protecting that top tower. But Zayn was a little overly... Whoa.
TH up in the top lane, Zayn in mid. Zayn will get the kill. Up top, TH is doing all right as well, but the tower falls, and that means KO no longer has fear.
Yeah, what is going on, TJ? KO taking a top tower, getting a kill. Zayn rushing another kill onto Raw. And in that dragon push, Zayn was overly focused on a dragon and gave that teamfight win to GMB, but just like that, KO and Zayn just turn things back to their favor.
Basics trying to farm up this Lindis as quick as he can. You can see a lot of emphasis on it. And if he gets farmed up, the Lindis will do a lot of damage. But we've seen a couple fights now where the Lindis doesn't get to do anything because Zayn just dives him and deletes him.
KZ Fox is in trouble here. It's a 3 versus 1, but he's going to be able to get his barrier up potentially here.
He's a tanky boy. Beginnings tries to go in on Marcus, but can't make the connection. And now they've actually got Beginnings caught out, and it'll take the push in from KZ Fox to secure his safety.
They're going to hold him off. That 2 versus 3. It's not going to work in GMB's favor. And KZ Fox going to push the lane. They're going to rotate up to mid here. And look at Zayn looking for a pick with KO. Very sneaky.
It's bait.
Ooh,
What's Basic?
Yeah.
Basic's just going to walk through this jungle because they've seen KO. And Zayn can spring the trap. He should have this kill guaranteed. And he does.
Ouch. There goes Basic.
That is so clever.
Basically dead in his own jungle.
Yeah.
That's all she wrote.
Zayn springs a trap. The Hunter lying in wait. They use the bait from KO. The second KO appears, they feel safe.
Yeah.
They think that's the only invade. It doesn't occur to them that Zayn could just be waiting.
Yeah, sneaky plays there. So why did they ban Zill again?
I don't know, because they hadn't done their research.
I think Zill just looks more terrifying than Quillen does.
That's
Quillen's
absurd,
a little more handsome.
though, because remember, Raw played on this Blue Martini side until 2 weeks ago. He should have told them, stop Zayn from doing this.
Zayn is out of control, ladies and gentlemen. 7-0 5,000 gold. Soul Weaver completed. Clav Sanctity completed as well. Taking his second Abyssal Dragon. At level 11 to everyone else on the team at level 8 and 9.
Still just barely at the 7-minute mark, and he's almost done building. Marcus dives in, Hunter's Mark full apply.
Ooh,
he will get the kill, shutting down Zayn.
Marcus there, what a play by him, knowing that he can focus down and beat Zayn, even though he's 2 levels behind.
And he's got the rest of his team with him as well. KZ Fox caught out. That will be another kill over. Very nicely done. Blue Martini finally feel a little bit of a sting.
Yeah, this is what I mean by Blue Martini, playing a little overly confident, might I say a little too cocky here, and giving a lot of deaths over that not really characteristic of this team.
They will have a little bit more poke down in the bot lane. Hoon's got to play this careful, otherwise he could lose the tower. Basic threatened to dive, but a sniper too from Hoon just scares him back.
Yeah, Basic now has 4.3 Grigo. He should be able to finish his tier 3 item pretty soon here. And that's going to hopefully get him back in the game once they can win the next fight or get some kills here. But the key is they need to watch out for Zane. They have to find him and lock him down.
The flank. He's got TH in the jungle. He's got a lot of people in the jungle as they all rotate in. And that Ring of the Fiend spent there from Triumph exposes him even in his invisibility. He has to back off.
Yeah, exactly. That Ring of the Fiend is going to be so critical.
Marcus too far forward, maybe. Oh my god. Deleted by the combo.
Marcus got to be careful with these rotations. Obviously, they saw them in the mid lane. It's really easy when you're past pushing that far that the enemy team is going to rotate and collapse on you. That's exactly what happened. So Marcus needs to be a little more careful, but he's doing well in his lane, though, as the Richter, winning the Dragon lane.
Look at how little fear KZ Fox has. He just knows he's so tanky. There's almost no way to shut him down. Same is not true here for the TH-KO duel. Either of those characters could win that.
Yeah, Malik is tanky. Landing that cleave gives him that nice barrier. Ooh.
TH will be in trouble as Zayn goes in, lands the assassination twice. Gets the kill confirmed, sitting in the enemy jungle and waiting for people to walk through it.
Yeah, major trouble here. And then going after his next Abyssal Dragon here.
They'll get two.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 Abyssal Dragons now, and it's all thanks to Zane.
But they'll get 2 back-to-back because there's only a 40-second timer on that Enraged Abyssal, and all of BMGaming are already set up for it.
So you can see how you play this assassin. Ooh.
What are you doing? Raw just gets deleted because of the push-in from Hoon, who uses sniper rifle like a shotgun. Picks up a kill. KZ Fox, I would hope he finally overestimated the power of his HP, but he simply hasn't, and he's not overestimated his team either, as Triumph barely survives. Hoon's hunting for this snipe, but he can't quite find it.
And KO's going to win this and get the kill, Marcel, and they're going to push mid lane as well and get that tower.
Hoon with the snipe. Triumph's gone. Basic and TH are trying to shut down Zane, and they do get it, but KO's on the flank. The Death's back in. He pulls them both in, and there's no turning round from that. Hoon even landing a nice snipe from mid.
Yeah, they got a nice kill on Zane, but wow, did KO come in, landed a beautiful decimation, secure the kill. 4 kills down now. Now they're ahead. Almost 10,000 gold. This is going to convert to another tower. KO doing such a good job of securing objectives, winning his top lane, now helping out on the bottom lane.
I was so focused on that Enraged Abyssal Dragon coming through, and it just really wasn't necessary.
Yeah, it wasn't, but Zane's got to be careful. He's given over 2 deaths so far, and those deaths are going to give his killers more gold. You can see the bounty there. The rank breaker, Clap Sancti, Basic is starting to come online. A little later than you would like for Lindis though, but I love that Blue Martini constantly on top of these dragons.
Enraged Abyssal Dragon. A little bad time as it meets Zane. Hoon makes it up as well with some steady auto-attack damage. That's going to be an Enraged buff over. Darkslayer is tempted in the meantime. It looks like BMG will get it into Blue Martini.
Yeah, this is a little scary. Zane just finished his Finner's Tooth.
Death's Embrace spent. Marcus is gone. That's an easy pick for Blue Martini. And it puts GMB on pause. They'll summon the Drake up top and leave it to its own devices. Pushing wave while the rest of the team tries to defend. Ra needs to get out of there. The snipe almost picks him up. Triumph will hold the mid tower. That was a good nature's realm, but there's nobody on hand to save the bottom lane. That high ground is gone.
Basic's gotta come back here. They could lose the game potentially if they get the kill.
Triumph doesn't have the HP for that. There's the shock. Ra's diving back, but Zane tacks the tower, tacks the core. It doesn't matter. That should be the game with the full team there. Blue Martini take game number 1.
Yeah, TJ, they just jumped on the train and took it away, and this is why you don't give Quillen to